What's going on, guys? Seth here doing a TLG Reacts for the Silent Hill transmission that just came out today, not that long ago. And yeah, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to react to it. I'm going to hopefully see something that I like. This is following the State of Play that I just did a reaction to as well. So if you missed that, go check that out, where they showed off, spoiler, Silent Hill 2 a little bit. So I assume we're going to see more Silent Hill 2 here. And yeah, I hope they have turned it around a little bit, because even though I don't think anybody could create a Silent Hill as good as they used to make them, because that was just a product of time, place, people working on it. That's all dissolved at this point. Even if you bring some people back, I don't think you're going to be able to nail it. But with that, I want Bloober to make something good, and they took on a really big project with a huge fan base, dedicated fans. I want them to make something good, but the last trailer we saw for Silent Hill 2, I thought was not very good. So I'm hoping if they do show something here, which I think they will, they can redeem themselves. They've gotten the feedback. Even the lead dude of Bloober was saying, I think it was the head guy, was saying that even when he watched the trailer, he wasn't happy with it. So yeah, hopefully if they do have a trailer prepared here, it matches more of the tone and expectations of what you would want from a Silent Hill, and not just a generic survival horror game. So it deserves more respect than that, in my opinion. But we'll see. And other than that, I know there's like 25 different Silent Hill projects Konami's working on now, so I assume we'll see something else. I don't know what to expect. I know we got the short message since the last transmission, and even though I respect them making a survival horror experience, it didn't feel like Silent Hill to me at all. It was a little too sterile, a little too clean, a little too not scary or eerie or weird enough. But it was a neat thing. Should have just been called The Short Message, not Silent Hill, and I think it would have done even better than it did, even though it was received well by some people. So I'm glad. But since then, I'm not sure where things are going with Silent Hill. I know what was the mobile thing? I watched like 2 episodes of it and I was done. Ascension? Was that Ascension? There's a bunch of things. There's the Japanese one I'm really curious about, because they haven't done Silent Hill in Japan yet. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, with all that, I'm really interested to see whether it's good or bad, the future of Silent Hill. So with that, let's jump into this. They always get me with the music. Nostalgia bait. It works. Feel pumped for no reason, I'm sure. Hopefully there's a reason. But goddamn, I love that music so much. Kiriyama Oka, baby. Let's jump forward. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for that. Got more music, Silent Hill music. They're playing the tone well.
こんにちは。サイレントヒルの情報をお伝えする番組、サイレントヒルトランスミッションへようこそ。サイレントヒルシリーズのプロデューサーを務める岡本元井です。前回は多くのタイトルの最新情報を一気にお届けしましたが、今回はサイレントヒル2についての情報にフォーカスした第2回目のサイレントヒルトランスミッションとなります。ぜひ最後まで配信をご覧ください。先ほどプレイステーションの配信番組でもサイレントヒル2の新たなトレーラーが公開されましたが、それとはまた別のゲームプレイ映像をご覧いただきたいと思います。それではこちらをどうぞ。
That first trailer was so bad. I want Bloober team to do it. I want them to knock it out. That'd be so cool. That'd be so cool for them. That looks good. That looks pretty good. I do love the leaves and the paper, if that's in game. Flowing in the wind. Good atmosphere.
Our special place. What could she mean? This whole town was our special place.
It looks
you promised
pretty good.
you'd take me there again someday. But you never did.
Much better atmosphere. Much better than the last trailer. Oh my god.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago.
I gotta stop talking. That looked really good though.
Is she
I'll give him
really
that.
alive?
Oh, and the fog looks better than before too. It's actually like coming closer to you. It's not just out there like a barrier. Someone's gonna be like, the old games were like that. Yeah, it's an older game. You can do better shit nowadays. This actually looks really good. The reflections in the water.
What is this?
That's the goop, baby. Environments look good.
Hey, wait.
Hey, you seemed non-hostile. Let's hang out. Okay, Bloober's got graphics down. It looks good. But will swinging impacts be impactful? Will gunshots not sound like toy? The lighting is good. That's soft lighting. Oh, this is different. It's got zippers on it. Melee combat looks slightly improved. I'll give him that. The swings were less just from the side. It looked better. I'm actually really digging the fog visual. That's cool. That looks like something you should definitely ingest. A bottle from the 1960s.
Where are you, Mary?
The fog movement is really cool looking. Ew.
What you got there?
None of your business. You didn't love Mary anyway.
What? Hey, wait! How do you know her name?
I kind of like his voice actor. I think they're like he hasn't talked a lot, but it's fitting.
Where did she go?
That's a
I don't know.
redesign with
Let's look around.
still making her look similar, but less of that time period.
This place feels so empty. More than the other places we've been.
Oh, that lighting's cool. I wonder what... I forgot what graphic engine they're using. Is this Unreal Engine 5? It's the textures and lighting's really good. Also, footsteps sound good. I know a lot of people aren't going to care about that, but I really like audio design. Even his footsteps are different than hers. Sounds good. The physics of things moving around. Atmosphere is good.
There.
Laura! Wait!
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
God damn it. Now, where is that girl?
That's kind of a cool little visual. The lighting revealing her. Damn, dude, it's swift. Hopefully they could touch up the animation of when he's swinging the pipe down at her, because it's just kind of clipping through her. But other than that, it was definitely better than what we saw before. I actually felt like there's a little bit of tension in the combat, which you want from Silent Hill, because he's not Chris Redfield. Hell yeah. One thing that's like undeniable about what Bloober's doing though is that was fucking decent looking. I like the shock and impact. That looked good. The detailing on everything's like really intricate. They definitely are detailing things really well. The shotgun design was really good looking. Squeeze on in, just like you crawled in that crack earlier. My guy doesn't give a fuck. Also, the environments are way darker. I said this in the State of Play, and that's huge because the original trailer was like bright as shit. Ew. Why does that one look different? That one looked a little more traditional.
Why do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying! Laura, I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
Fine! Don't believe me! See if I care!
Hey!
Let go!
Sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine. But... there's something I gotta get.
Laura.
It's important.
What is it?
A letter. For Mary.
What?
I hid it. In there.
Dude, the performances are pretty decent. Facial animations, definitely not a thing we're used to in Silent Hill 2 at least.
You sure this
Any
is where you
really.
left it?
It's in the back. Behind an old pipe.
Okay, wait here.
Haha!
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
Let me out of here, you little brat!
In your dreams, fart face.
Please open
Got
the
him.
door. There's something in here.
Sure there is. A big lying fart face. See ya, fart face!
Laura! Laura!
That was pretty good. I like the tension. I feel conflicted. Definitely improvement. October 8th. Fuck. Okay.
皆さんいかがでしたでしょうか。真のサイコロジカルホラーであり、シリーズ最高傑作として評された
Like I said, Daddy.
サイレントヒル2のストーリーはそのままに、本作ではよりその世界観に没頭できるようにゲームデザインやユーザー体験を強化しています。そしてすでに発表いたしました通り、発売日は10月8日です。こちらはプレイステーション5と Steam でリリースされます。またプレイステーションストアと Steam にて本日から予約の受付を開始しています。これからご紹介する事前予約特典などもご確認いただきアクセスしてみてください。ではここからは商品ライン
Konami
ナップ
wanting
の
to
ご
talk
紹
we
介
can
で
buy
す。
from them? No way.
本作のスタンダードエディションを事前予約していただくことで特典としてミラのマスクがつきます。
Why is
そし
Robbie
て
the
プ
Rabbit
レイス
only
テ
on
ーション5
PS5?
限定でロビー・ザ・ラビットのマスクも入手可能です。続いてはデラックスエディションのご紹介です。デラックスエディションにはサイレントヒル2の世界観をより楽しんでいただくためのデジタルアートブック、サウンドトラック、そしてピラミッドヘッドのマスクが含まれます。アートブックはコンセプトアーティストの伊藤正弘さんがデザインしたクリーチャーのほ
That
か
would be kind of cool.
登場するキャラクターやさまざまなロケーションのコンセプトアートが130枚以上収録されています。またサウンドトラックは今回も原作と同じように山岡明さんが手掛けており、原作の楽曲のアレンジ版のほか新曲も収録されています。
That's
ど
gonna be
ちら
fun to
も
listen
シ
to.
リーズファンの方には満足いただけるコンテンツになっていますので楽しみにしていただけ
The
ればと
Silent
思い
Hill
ます。
1 through 4.
そし
Some
て
of the
デラックスエディ
best
ション
gaming
も事前
soundtracks
予
ever
約してい
made.
ただくことで
So
特
hopefully
典としてミラのマスクと
can
プ
improve
レイ
on
ステーション
that. That'd be
5
fucking,
限
that's a
定
tall
で
order.
ロビー・ザ・ラビットのマスクが入手可能です。さらに特別な特
I
典
want
と
all
して
those
いち早く
heads.
サイレントヒル2を楽しん
I
で
don't
い
wanna
た
play
だ
it
く
on
ことができる
PS5.
48時間の先行アクセス券をプレゼントいたします。こちらの一覧表で各エディションの特典をご確認ください。サイレントヒル2をより早く体験でき世界観を丸ごと楽しんでいただけるデラックスエディションの事前予約がおすすめです。
Okay.
皆様ぜひご予約の上発売をお待ちください。 さて、コナミとゲームの開発会社であるブルーバーチームがタッグを組んでお送りするサイレントヒル2ですが、ブルーバーチームのスタッフからメッセージ映像を受け取っています。こちらをご覧ください。
I'm very excited for people to play this game. There's no one aspect that I could say that I want people to experience, because I want people to experience all of it. It's such a journey, it's such a big part of our lives, and I just want people to be able to see it.
I think the biggest challenge that we've had was actually how to make the game approachable for the newcomers who have not played the original, but at the same time to still retain the familiarity of the game that player remembers from 20 years ago.
The tall order.
Our goal from the very beginning was to maintain the game's atmosphere while modernizing the gameplay to make it competitive in 2024.
In the remake, the story remains largely the same. However, with the magic of modern technology, we were able to expand on some of its aspects.
The hardest was designing combat. We want to be as faithful as possible to the original game, but also we want players to feel satisfaction while playing, remembering that we need to fit in horror genre.
It looks
standards.
fun. I just want shit to be impactful, and it looks like it is now, more so than it was. So that's good.
So when making a game with static cameras, you as a designer have much more control over what players sees, where they go, and so on. The change for the third-person perspective was a challenge. That being said, it's a chance for us to expand this world, to show the players new elements that were previously inaccessible, and just make this game richer.
Well, the main thing that requires rethinking was the fog, because it was called classic in the original game, and it's a veil that covers the world and makes the player to feel even more isolated.
Mm-hmm.
New technologies gives us a chance to do things that were not possible during the earlier generations of video games. For narrative, this is very visible in facial expressions. We can tell so much through just the subtle changes on characters' faces.
Yeah, that's gonna be like a huge
change. The presented gameplay footage shows a fragment of the city from the beginning of the game and sections in Brookhaven Hospital. The fight against monsters is prepared in a more tactical form, and it's mainly based on the varied designs of the enemies. James is not used to fighting, so his arsenal of attacks is limited. Adapting your approach to the situation will be the key to success. However, your playing style, among other things, determines what ending you will discover.
Okay.
本当にサイレントヒル2を大好きな人たちがこのリメイクに関わっています。細部までこだわって作っていますのでご期待ください。さらにゲームの中でジェームス役、メアリーとマリア役を演じてくれたキャストのインタビューも届いています。こちらもご覧ください。
So I'm Luke Roberts, and I'm playing James Sunderland in the remake of Silent Hill 2.
My name is Salome Gunnarsdottir, and I play Mary/Maria.
When you're playing an iconic character such as James Sunderland, you obviously have to respect the original.
When playing these characters in this game, the thing that I paid most attention to was the original game.
So he is not an action hero by any means. He is just a guy who is a little lost at the top of this game, and in a sense of he is to a greater extent in a bewildered state. So it's very interesting charting his journey.
This one, we're trying to honor something that's already been made, and so it's not me creating something, it's me channeling something.
The tone of this game is very important, and the team at Bloober were very keen to create an incredible atmosphere for the gamers.
I do believe that this will be trying its very best to capture and recapture the atmosphere, the vibe, and the story, and sometimes like the literal words and moments of the original.
Hope so. All sounds good.
本作では 俳優の表情と演技をパフォーマンスキャプチャーすることで心理描写を強化していますので、ぜひ期待していただければと思います。ゲームについての情報はここまでとなります。続いては映画リターントゥサイレントヒルの最新情報が届いております。ご覧ください。
I think it's being done by, what was his name, Christoph Gans? Guy made the original? Right? Guess we'll find out.
I came to adapt Silent Hill 2 with respect and passion. It's an act of passion.
Okay.
I consider that the 4 first games are a masterpiece, very modern and very transgressive piece of art. The second game is the most adult of all the Silent Hill. That's the story of James Sunderland. He has lost his beloved bride and he decided to go back to Silent Hill to find her. And he realized that basically the town has changed. It became something like a hell, his own hell. And he's going through all this circle of hell to find her back and find also somewhere a truth about himself. This film had an emotional level to the horror, and certainly because of that, the horror is even more disturbing, even more unsettling. I consider that the first film was like an epic journey for horror. This one is much more like a deep dive into the psychological horror. On the first film, production design of Silent Hill was the big thing. I remember that all my energy was on it. And on this one, I had the great surprise to realize that the people who were going to help me on the production design, but also on the makeup, but also on the costume, but also on every level of the film, I had in front of me very young technicians who knew the game, the film, and loved them. The level of enthusiasm that I met on this film to create that strange world of Silent Hill was quite unexpected. I was thinking to myself, okay, I will have to explain a lot this film to my crew. And in fact, no, I didn't have to, because they were the 2.0 generation of Silent Hill lovers, and that helped me a lot.
So I've been saying with the video game movies, younger people, people my age, people younger,
so high. Because
getting their hands on the stuff finally, so it's the people who actually fucking like the properties.
So that's very gratifying. And very
not like the 90s and 2000s were fucking.
Christoph is really trying to make a buck. Faithful and respectful to Silent Hill, and that's why Konami has always been really supportive.
We are working on their property, and we are working on their, let's say, the word treasure. I kept one of the main ideas of the first film.
It is really crazy how Konami's just going all in on Silent Hill right now.
Dancers and acrobats. If the first film has not aged badly, it's because the creatures were actually in front of the actor on the set. So all the monsters on this film are played by real persons with physical gift. They have created a level of strangeness and harmony into the monstrosity of these things, which I think is actually very disturbing. Akira Yamaoka is not only the composer of the first 4 original games of the franchise, he was also the producer and the director of the game. So Akira Yamaoka, through his music, has given to the game more than just the sound. He gave the soul of the game. And I have a great knowledge about soundtrack, but I don't know
easily like 40-50% of the identity of the games is the music.
Yes, Akira Yamaoka is on this film. That's very important for me, because I'm working on his creation. I never forgot that. It's exactly like adapting a great book. It's important to show respect and humility into this process.
That's interesting. The first one had its problems, but I liked it.
いかがでしたでしょうか。映画の完成が楽しみになりますね。ゲームとは少し異なる解釈で作られたもう一つのサイレントヒル2。ゲームと映画をぜひとも両方体験してみてください。続いてはサイレントヒルシリーズの最新グッズ情報をご覧ください。
最初にご紹介するのはサイレントヒル2のグッズです。
That is kind of cool though.
まずはグッドスマイルカンパニーの商品です。
I might need that.
リメイク版サイレントヒル2よりシリーズ屈指の人気クリーチャーレッドピラミッドシングがネンドロイドになって登場です。オプションパーツとして付属する大ナタと槍を付け替えてお楽しみいただける仕様となっています。次の商品はこちら。
That's also pretty cool.
犬エンド6分の1スケール貯金箱スタチューの予約受付がいよいよ本日より始まります。物語のすべては柴犬のミラが操作していたという隠しエンディング、通称犬エンドがスタチューになりました。単なるスタチューではなく、コンソールを貯金箱にすることで実用的なアイテムとなっています。ファナティックからはサイレントヒルに登場する様々なアイテムが実際の商品となって登場します。まずはコインパズルセットとなります。原作のサイレントヒル2において、ブルークリークアパート105号室にあるドレッサーのくぼみに入れる3枚のコインを再現しました。コインは3枚セットでゲーム内のパズルを模した特製ディスプレイボックスに入れてお届けします。続いてパープルブルキーカードとなります。こちらも原作のサイレントヒル2のブルックヘイブン病院にあるルイーズパズルの箱を開けるのに必要なパープルキーカードを再現しています。5000点限定シリアルナンバーを封入してお届けします。ご紹介した2商品以外にもご覧のグッズをご用意しています。詳細はファナティックの公式ホームページをご確認ください。オフィシャルコナミショップからの商品をご紹介します。
That's kind of cool.
まずはジェームスジャケットです。
Most of the designs Konami's been putting out when it comes to Silent Hill have been like really bad. I saw they released like 4 shirts. Recently, this looks like somebody took a bunch of PNGs of Silent Hill shit and just stamped it all over the shirt. And it looks fucking
謎めいた主人公を体現したい方にはぴったりのアイテムです。ジェームスのジャケットを着ればサイレントヒルの陰鬱な雰囲気を感じ取れるかもしれません。続いてサイレントヒル2キーアートシャドーボックスです。リメイク版サイレントヒル2のキーアートを立体的に再現したシャドーボックス。ゲームの怪しげな雰囲気をご家庭のインテリアとしてお楽しみいただけます。その他にもオフィシャルコナミショップではご覧のグッズをご用意しています。続いてプレイステーション5で無料配信中のサイレントヒルザ・ショートメッセージのご紹介です。現在までにグローバルで250万以上のダウンロードをいただいており、これまでのサイレントヒルシリーズのテーマを踏襲しつつ、現代に生きる人々へのメッセージを盛り込んだ短編作品です。
Yeah, definitely for a contemporary audience. It seemed like a lot of younger people it resonated with more.
として遊んでいただけますので、ぜひプレイしてみてください。そしてそのサイレントヒルザ・ショートメッセージからも魅力的なグッズが登場いたします。月光より桜ヘッド6分の1スケールスタチューがただいま予約受付中です。
non-creepy Sakura head
コンセプトア
that
ーティス
people
ト
named
伊藤
on
正弘
X.
氏の完全監修を経て、桜が象徴する儚い美しさと
People making merchandise for Silent Hill can't get away from Pyramid Head.
心にまとわりつく恐ろしさを宿したスタチューになっています。
And the people who are even interested in that also can't get away from Pyramid Head, so they're like, oh, Sakura
体のラ
head.
インや足の造形にも最新の注意が現れています。続いてはサイレントヒルザ・ショートメッ
That
セージ
the,
オリジナ
Sakura
ルサウンド
head,
トラッ
if
クで
that's
す。
the official name now,
サイレントヒルシリーズを手
would
掛
be like
け
a
てき
cool
た
design
山
for like
岡
an
明
anime
が
or something.
全
But
楽
it's
曲
like
の制
so
作を行
clean
っています。
looking. It's
80曲以上の大ボリュームの中には
It's like an interesting
ゲーム
design,
に入れられなかった未公開楽曲も収録されており、ファン必聴のアルバムになっています。現在 Spotify や Apple Music などの各種音楽ダウンロードサービス、ストリーミングサービスで配信中です。
okay. Anything else?
皆さんいかがでしたでしょうか。サイレントヒルシリーズの世界観を表現したグッズをぜひお買い求めください。それでは最後に本日ここまで皆さんにお届けしてきた中での一番のトピックスをもう一度。サイレントヒル2は10月8日発売、そして本日から予約開始となっております。ぜひ皆さんこの配信の後にチェックをお願いします。本日はようやくサイレントヒル2の新しい情報をお届けすることができて嬉しく思っています。ぜひ発売まで楽しみにしていただければと思います。またこのサイレントヒルトランスミッションでは今後も継続してサイレントヒルシリーズの情報を皆さんにお届けしてまいります。
Yeah,
続
like
報を
the other
楽しみにしていてくだ
games
さい。
you
本日は
announced.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。
I think that is everything. So, with that, why can't I loop this? There we go. Overall, I'm pretty happy with what I saw, which is not what I was expecting. As you guys probably noticed right in the beginning of this reaction video, I kind of came off a little judgy, and I still am a little judgy, just because of obviously how much I love the property, but also the IP. But also, I'm worried about Bloober Team because they took on a game that has so much love for it that, you know, it's a huge gamble. If they do well, it's going to be great for them. But if they do bad, it's going to be horrible for them. And so I want them to do well. And so with a lot of the things I've seen, they have been doing well. But that last trailer, what they showed off, was just tonally fucking off from what we want from, you know, a proper Silent Hill 2 remake. And so with this, it does seem like a course correction. I don't know if a lot of this was already existing before something, or it's something that they changed because of the feedback of the last trailer, but it does tonally feel a lot closer to what we're after. So that's really good to see, because, you know, without that tone, it's not Silent Hill. Now, one thing I noticed that I really liked was the atmosphere, something that I was a little skeptical on before, especially when they originally showed this game off. The fog technology is actually impressive. It looks a lot better than they originally showed. The textures are great. The lighting is really impressive from almost every shot we've seen so far. It's just the soft lighting's been great. The reflections in the water is really good. They really got the atmosphere down, which is pretty hard to do, but they're doing it, it seems. So happy with that. The animations are also looking pretty decent, a little stiff, but definitely better than they seemed before. So work in progress, even though it's coming out later this year. This is probably exactly what we're getting at this point. Not a whole lot of time to be reworking anything like that, but definitely acceptable, definitely good enough. In a lot of ways, they're fine, but sometimes it just looks kind of stiff. Slight nitpick, not a big deal. They've made some changes, but nothing so big that I'm like, what the hell is this? It's just like, oh, it's an interesting creative direction you're taking things, but nothing too crazy. Again, the atmosphere and specifically the lighting, where was that at? In the darker part. The lighting has gotten a lot better than it was, because in a prior trailer, you can see like everything really well in the dark, and this seems a lot better, a lot more atmospheric, a lot more brooding and, you know, uninviting. That's what you want from Silent Hill, not just like, you know, a dimly lit walk around and shoot everything like that last trailer kind of showcased. Performances seem to be pretty good. I was really happy with what they're doing with the actors, and they seem to be really into it, so I like that. Combat definitely looks improved as well. Impacts look a little better. When he's hitting them on the ground, it's not as good as I would want, but it's not terrible. It's nothing I'm a bit like, oh, poo-poo, fuck this, it sucks. It seems good enough. But one improvement I saw was the part where he shoots the nurse with the shotgun, and that actually looked pretty good, because prior to this, a lot of the stuff kind of felt hollow when they're shooting. And it's not an action game. It's not like you're going to be running through just blowing things away. But when you do shoot something, it should feel, you know, impactful, and it seems like they've done that. So I'm happy with that as well. So yeah, overall, most of what we're seeing with Silent Hill 2 is actually looking pretty good, which is my anticipation of it going up. I was going to buy it no matter what, because I'm so curious about if it's going to be good or bad that I just want to experience it myself. I love Silent Hill 2. I want to see what they do with it. But I do have a little bit of excitement growing in me now watching this, so that is definitely cool. Some of these cinematic scenes I think are done really well, and the music is a lot better in this presentation than the last one, which adds to the atmosphere, which is, as they said earlier, the soul of Silent Hill, which I 100% agree with. Without it, it's not Silent Hill. You need that. And so that they're even, you know, using that in these sequences and the gameplay is huge. It's something I definitely needed. When it came to the movie, it sounds interesting. I'll probably go watch it. I liked the original Silent Hill movie. I didn't love it, but I liked it. It's probably one of the earliest examples of like a decent video game movie. I think Christoph Gans has a perspective from doing more art house stuff back in the day that definitely helps with making something similar to Silent, or similar, I guess it is Silent Hill, but it's similar. It's not exactly the same story. But yeah, I'm really curious to see what he does with that. And then when it comes to the merch, I don't really care too much, especially the short message stuff. It's not for me. But this dude right here is definitely for me. This Nendoroid, I think I need that. So definitely will be looking forward to that. But yeah, overall, it was a good Silent Hill transmission. I look forward to more. Hopefully, Konami doesn't waste this opportunity to bring the franchise back in a way that everybody's happy with, or at least the core Silent Hill fans are happy with, because they're the ones that you want to keep around. The other people, might come in, play your game, and then leave. But if you can make the Silent Hill fans happy, they're already here. They're going to stay. So you need to focus on them while also trying to invite new people into the franchise. So that's a tough task. I get that, but you have to do it. So hopefully Konami will put not just the money into it, but the respect and attention to detail that the franchise deserves. And it looks like Bloober is definitely, even if this game doesn't do well, it looks like Bloober's trying. It looks like they really want to make a great Silent Hill 2 remake, and I hope they do. But that's going to do it for this TLG Reacts. What do you guys think of this Silent Hill transmission? What do you think about Silent Hill 2? How's it shaping out for you? Anything you noticed that I didn't talk about that you want to talk about? And what do you think about the movie coming out, Return to Silent Hill, and the merchandise, if you want to talk about that? Let me know what you think about in the comments below when it comes to everything Silent Hill. I've been Seth. Stay tuned. We got a Game of the Month and Plus Club coming out soon. And yeah, I just did a State of Play reaction as well. So if you want to watch that, check that out. But yeah, I've been Seth. Until the next one, have a good one, guys, and take it easy.